Nice to finally formally meet you.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh.
I graduated high school May 26th of 2000.
I used to do a lot of film photography. I don't do much anymore.
Okay.
I'm the Hines County District Attorney, which makes me the top.
Hi guys, it's Faith Simone here.
I'm Amanda Wells.
Hi, it's Jody Owens.
Hello everybody, this is your girl Hilary Christon.
Hi, I'm Tom Beck.
Enjoying my evening with the Dirty Napkins crew. Make sure.
Let's go get some napkins dirty.
How does a young kid?
I think it's so critical.
Literally, you can say bad things about me, it can be false.
I had a number in my head.
What's one of your more proud moments? What would you say?
So every day is different. We're learning something new every single day.
She said, well, tried it.
There's always something burning inside you.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Dirty Napkins. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Dirty Napkins. Until next time, it's your host, Tay. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Dirty Napkins. Today, I'll be talking with the owner of Exclusive Inches, Hilary Christon, or as she likes to go by, Hilary Clinton. We'll be talking at the historic Iron Horse Grill in downtown Jackson, Mississippi. She's a self-made entrepreneur, and we'll discuss her journey to becoming so. Tune in. Let's go get some napkins dirty.
How are we doing? Good. Perfect. Good. So we have our fried broccoli with our queso, our Soul Train wings that we make here in house. So it's a house-made sauce. You have the Southwestern egg rolls with an avocado poblano ranch, and then our Trace carnes. So you guys enjoy and let us know if you need anything else.
Sure will.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Hilary, well, we just had some good food, so I know you, obviously we talked about it a little bit, but before we get started, for the people who may not know who you are, tell us a little bit about who you are.
My name is Hilary Christon. I am a licensed cosmetologist, owner of Exclusive Inches and Exclusive Beauty Bar. Exclusive Beauty Bar is the salon.
Tell us, I guess, you know, to open it up, where are you from, Jackson? You talking about Forest Hill a little bit. Where are you from?
I am from Jackson.
Okay.
South Jackson, that is. So shout out to all my South Jackson friends and fam. You know.
I got it.
But yeah.
Okay, so from out south. Well, let's start here. So you say you own the beauty bar and salon, right? Is that the proper term for it? Where did that journey start? How did you get into that? I guess talk to me a little bit about your early time before the salon. What did Hilary have going on then?
I've always wanted to be a caretaker, so I thought I wanted to be a nurse. That's why I do have a humble heart for nurses.
Okay.
But I was told that if you go to nursing school, you cannot work. So I said, well, I'll push nursing school back. I went to cosmetology school. My idea was to get a salon, rent it out while going to nursing school. But I did that and I didn't go back to nursing. So I opened my salon at 18 and I've been going since then.
That's impressive. You started at 18?
Yes.
So when you opened the salon, had you already, so let me backtrack. You said you went to school for cosmetology?
Yeah.
And you did that before you turned 18?
Yes, I was in school while I went to cosmetology school at 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I opened the salon like 3 months before I passed the state board.
So at what point did you know, like, nursing is probably not in the cards anymore?
Just working for myself,
Okay.
making my own schedule. And I found out that being a cosmetologist, I still was aiding the people. I still was helping and caretaking just by making women feel beautiful and simply just like bedside manners. I had chairside manners, just talking to them and seeing them get up and feeling beautiful, feeling pretty, feeling good. That warmed my heart. So I said, well, it's the same thing, just in a different way.
Is that something that's important to you, making your clients feel beautiful and pretty?
Well, not making them feel beautiful, just highlighting them, the beauty that they already have. A lot of women, and all of us, are beautiful. We're beautiful, it's beauty in the inside, but a lot of people don't know it. So simply by just doing their hair, it highlights it. So there's more to it than just doing their hair. It's actually feeding them with goodness and grace. I speak life into the people, you know what I'm saying?
I never thought about it like that. I mean, it's almost like, to some of your clients, I mean, hypothetically speaking, of course, but to some of your clients, it's almost like you're a therapist in a lot of ways, huh?
You are. You're a therapist, babysitter, second mom, auntie, sister. You're all of those and above.
What do you like most about what you do on a day-to-day when in talking about doing hair or just pouring into your clients and helping them feel beautiful?
That's the most important thing I love. But other than that, I love just meeting different people, the connections that I make while meeting people. It's a wonderful thing. I've met so many great people in so many different lanes and career avenues and spiritual avenues that they've taken. I just love it. Love meeting different people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your salon and that process. So being a woman, a female entrepreneur, you know, it's Women's History Month, you know, I guess it's important to highlight that. What was that process like as a woman starting your own space like that, starting your own business? How did that process work out for you?
For the most part, it was okay, because I already, growing up from a low-income household, I didn't have much growing up, but what I did have was the knowledge of knowing that's not where I wanted to be.
Sure.
So I made sure I set up my credit. I made sure, these things wasn't handed to me. However, I did meet great people along the way to help me out, like people that I learned from and gathered inspiration from. It was hard, but it wasn't impossible. Like, for the most part, it was okay. The journey of getting started, it wasn't that bad.
Got you. So what do you like, I guess, most about being an entrepreneur? Would you consider yourself an entrepreneur?
I'm most definitely an entrepreneur, because if I don't work, I don't eat. If my salon is closed, there's no money being made.
I got you.
I love, for one, making my own schedule. I love that. But being an entrepreneur, you still have obligations. You know, people say, yeah, I don't work for anybody. However, you do work for the people at the same time. So I still am obligated to the people, but it's not as strict as if I was clocking in for someone else. And if you're gonna work for anybody, I would rather you work for yourself, because who's gonna go harder for you than you?
Yeah, I got you. So what would you tell a young girl that says, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be like Hilary, I want to open up my own place, I want to help pour into people? What advice would you give her for doing that, or where would you tell her to start?
Start with God first, because He will guide you every step of the way. Look at the business as an opportunity for you to be great and success, and look at it as a baby. You have to pour into it, and you have to plant your seed so it'll grow. Don't look at it just from a financial aspect. Don't treat people as if they're just money, because it's so much more than that. You have to maintain the integrity of your business and the integrity of you to have a long-lasting career in whatever it is you do.
Okay. So you mentioned success. What makes you feel successful, or how do you judge something as a success or not a success?
Success for me is not having to worry as much about what are you gonna eat, paying your bills, And also success to me is knowing that you've done things the right way, getting up in the morning and feeling good about who you are, the steps you've taken to get there, knowing that you didn't have to step on anybody's toes, but you always make sure you keep your foot on their necks though.
You say that. You say
But
that.
don't step on anybody's toes, and just basically kind of worry-free. Not that you would be completely worry-free, but for the most part of living life, you're not worried about life as much as you would if you didn't have.
So staying on the topic of success, right? Success is what most people advertise. I want to ask you a bit of a more personal question. When you were going through this process, this whole journey for you, right? 10 years of entrepreneurship, did you have any failures or any hard moments that you feel kind of defined you or anything like that?
I've had plenty. However, I would say I did learn more from others, from their failures, and I didn't take that route. Some people have to bump their heads for themselves, and I'm not one of those people. So a lot of things I didn't have to fail on because I've seen others go through it. But yeah, there were some things. Yeah.
How did you overcome those said things? Like, did you just keep your faith? Or you seem like a real religious person.
I'm very religious, however, I'm a realist too.
Okay.
You take the good with the bad. I made some investments that went south, but hey, like I said before, there's a 100% guarantee that you will fail if you do not try. So you have to try at something. At least you have a better chance at succeeding at that. But in business, you will take some losses, and just like you have losses, you have plenty of gains too. So just know that it comes with the territory. That's what got me through that.
Okay. Well, I was reading your bio on your webpage.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, why you say it like that?
Because I'm trying to remember what was in it.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it was good, it was
Okay.
good. But in that, you paid a lot of homage to your late mom,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I just wanted to talk about her impact and her influence on you, if you're okay talking about that.
I don't have any problem with talking about that. My mother died in 2010, November 11, 2010. I was 18 at the time. I was just about to open a shop, start womanhood, start that journey. I hate that she didn't see that happen, but she inspired me because she was into hair and makeup and those things. So she was my first inspiration on wanting to look pretty and be extra, look beautiful. So yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm sure you make her proud now, but you know, looking at all of your businesses, what's something you want to do next? Like,
there are a plethora of things that I would like to do next. Some I should not mention because sometimes you have to move in silence. You have to let people see it after the fact, because you don't want to be discouraged. However, I would like to say I would like to start like a mentorship group for the young ladies and gentlemen as well, on getting a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business people, career people around the city of Jackson, getting them introduced and connected to the youth so it could give them a certain gauge of who or what they would like to become when they grow older. So that is something I would like to do.
so that ties in. I can't remember where I saw this at. That ties in a little bit to, you said you were like real passionate about community, or
Yes.
you're real big on community. Why is that?
Because growing up, I didn't see a lot of successful people where I was from.
Sure.
And the ones that I did see, you don't reach out and touch them. You can't call them and talk to them. And a lot of times growing up, we limit people to who they should be. Doctor, nurse, lawyer, police, fireman. Everybody's not meant to be those things. So my point is, it's hard to be something you've never seen. It's hard to do something that you don't even know exists. That's why it's important to me to expose the youth to different career avenues and to different people. It's okay to explore and not be in a box that people try to put you in.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Because I think, you know, I'll do a little talking here, give you a slight break. I know I've been asking you a lot of questions, but I think it is important for people to be able to see different things. And that's why I think this show, Dirty Napkins, is just a good platform for us to sit down with people like you and really talk about your journey and talk about your successes, to let other young women, or like you said, young men see that, hey, no matter what it is you want to do, you can do that.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to talk to you about is, so with your business, you got a lot of different, well, I won't say a lot, but you got like 3 different distinct things.
Yeah.
Let's say products. Products is good. So talk to us a little bit about those, and I know you brought some with you, so we'll talk about that too a little bit. But so what products do you offer?
Okay, my name is Exclusive. So I have Exclusive Beauty Bar, that's the salon. Then I have Exclusive Inches, that's the hair and the products that goes under it. Then I have Exclusive Fit. Those are my fitness products, waist trainers and workout outfits. I just want you to be beautiful all the way around. It's from the hair to the workout gear, the hair products. I just want, and I do have hair products here as well, little stuff to help you with that. But for the most part, it's all under the Exclusive umbrella.
Okay. Well, let's start with hair. I want to talk to you a little bit about hair, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I don't wear inches or nothing like that, but when I was doing my research on you, I was like, damn, this hair is expensive, right? So what are you paying for in that expensive hair?
You are paying for quality over quantity. Do not brag that you got 3 bundles for $30, because you will have a $30 hairdo. However, if you want quality, you have to pay for it. My hair, you could spend $400, but it'll last you for a year. It could last you for up to 3 to 4 installs. And on another note, economically, due to the pandemic in Korea and China, the products has gone up. So some of it has doubled. So the prices are inevitable when it comes down to going up, because it's nothing we can control. So now a lot of the prices are expensive because it's expensive for us to get it here in the U.S. But you have to pay the cost to be the boss. That's just simple thing.
Or look like the boss.
Or at least look like a boss.
Yeah, I got you. So you said something in there that I want to talk about. You talked about the pandemic a little bit, and I don't want to talk so much about that. But I read like this piece you wrote, or a caption you wrote, and you were talking about how 2020 tried to break you. Like, what was the year of 2020 like for you as a business owner going through that? 2020
has showed me, for one, a lot. It showed me, well, I've always saved, but it showed me the importance of saving, because I wasn't allowed to work. And I didn't miss a beat of sleep. I didn't worry any, because I had saved. And it also showed me my surrounding people who I didn't miss not talking to. They are gone. It revealed a lot. It showed me also, Hilary, you need to work on residual income, and that's income that you are not physically working for, aka retail. Retail is where you're making money without even working. Whether you have rental properties, no matter what it is, I think everybody needs at least 3 different strands of income, because it hit hard. Luckily, I was smart enough to put myself in a position where I was okay about it, but for the most part, it showed me that I really had to get my hustle on if I want to make it, because when God says something, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that.
And going back on God, right, a little bit, you said you had a point in your life where you were kind of battling what your passion was, quote unquote, per se. You was like, I guess you had been, since you started so young, 18 is young, and you said you were a little, I don't want to say, depressed isn't the word I was looking for, but you were a little down about
how do I... depression.
Okay. It was a low-key depression.
It's nothing to be ashamed about. We could be depressed just because it's rainy outside.
Sure.
It's a normal thing. However, you should deal with it. I was, because no matter what you do, sometimes you can just get tired of doing it, and you can lose your inspiration. That's why you have to keep yourself inspired. You have to do things to inspire you, and so you could do more. So that's why you have to change the color of the walls, sometimes redo the floor to keep yourself engaged, because you can get tired of certain things. People do it all the time. Even Michelle Obama, when she became an attorney, she didn't want to be that anymore. That's not really what she wanted to be. So it happens.
Okay. And so when you were in that process of just trying to find your passion and stuff like that, did you just take some time to yourself to reconnect and say, hey, because I thought it was interesting. You was like, you felt like so many new styles were coming out and so many people were doing different things. Like, how do I keep up with this? How do I grow with this? Like, talk about that a little bit. Like,
yes, it's a lot of little trendy things coming out. Like, people tend to follow trends, no matter how professional you are, no matter what service you have to offer them. Sometimes people just want what's trending. And sometimes it can be hard to do things that you don't necessarily believe in or things that you don't necessarily wear. So I had to learn, keep up with the trends, but everything is not meant for you, and that's okay. Some stuff I just won't do. I don't offer that service, and that's okay. However, I may know another stylist who does. So I had to learn to do that. Do what I know how to do, learn what I know how to learn, but the rest is for whomever it's for.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that's good that you said, you're right, it may be a service you don't offer, but something else you said that you were passionate about, or not passionate about, just you enjoy doing, is uplifting other women, right?
Yeah.
So in a scenario like that where I guess you may not offer a service, do you just refer people to another?
Yes, if I don't offer the service, if I know someone who does, I will refer them to them.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about your fitness line then. We talked about your hair and how important that is to you. Well, I guess before we go into fitness, you said you make wigs?
I make wigs. Those are the most expensive. Those are custom units. Well, I will say this, it's the same price as if you were to buy the hair and get a sew-in. Maybe $20 extra, but it's the same concept. You purchase the hair and I will construct you a wig specifically for you by measuring your head and then using a sewing machine to make the unit.
I was just gonna ask you that. What makes, this is funny to ask this question, what makes a good wig? Like,
the way it's constructed and getting it, the hair, honestly, because you can have a wig that was made perfect to the T, but if the hair is bad, then it's a bad wig. There's no way around that. So you can't cut corners on your hair. You know what I'm saying? You can't want to be Beyonce, but got $30 for the wig. It don't work like that. Yeah. But I also have pre-made units. Those come straight from the vendor. Those are on the lower end, but I made sure that they still look just as good or close to the custom units, but for a more reasonable price.
okay. So a good wig is essentially just about the fit and the quality of the hair.
The fit and the quality of the hair.
Fair enough. Okay. So now let's talk about your fitness line a little bit. You seem like that's something you really enjoy. Even when we were eating the food, you're like, I said I wasn't gonna eat any bread today.
No bread, no sugar.
So talk to us a little bit about your fitness line.
The fitness line is primarily the waist trainers. I love them. I actually have a waist trainer here.
Let's see this waist
I
trainer.
have it in pink as well, but this is the black one. I love the quality.
Can I see that?
Sure.
If you don't mind.
I love the quality. It helps train your waist. A lot of people are kind of, okay, first of all, fat comes out in the form of stool and sweat.
Okay.
So the more you sweat, the more weight you lose. So you put that on your desired area that you want to sweat the most. And most of the time it's in the waist area. Okay. And while it's in the waist area, it's help training that to help you get that hourglass shape. So if you go on and form it up and work out with it, eat healthy, you're kind of forming the shape.
So you still have to work with it a little bit.
You work with it because it can't work by itself.
Okay.
Unless you just want to wear it for your posture. Then you don't have to do anything. Just wear it and it helps you sit up straight.
You think I can put this on?
Yeah, you may.
Let's try it.
I said, okay, let's try. We can try.
to-
I don't know if it's your size. You have to measure yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to be snatched for
But
the summer.
we'll see.
Let's see what we got here.
We'll see.
Oh, no, I don't know about this.
Look, your waist a little big.
Yeah,
See,
I
this
don't know about that. That may
this
not
a
work
medium. It don't work for you, but it's built for it tough
Okay,
though. So I
okay,
can
okay.
say that.
Yeah, it was quality when you were pulling it around, but I was tugging a little bit. Okay.
Greatest quality, and I made sure that it was affordable. So I have sizes from extra small to 9X. So no matter how big or small you are, they all will be the same price for everyone. I don't go up in price because I have to go up in size. I don't believe in that. We all come in different shapes and sizes, so it is what it is.
Well, I got a few more things to talk to you about, and I promise you I'll be out of your hair.
Sure.
No pun intended. So You said family was real important to you. Do you come from a big family, or like what's your family dynamic like?
My family dynamic, my mother had 4 girls, myself included, so it's 4 of us in all.
And where do you rank in that?
I'm the 3rd.
Okay.
And I have a huge family, a lot of cousins and aunts and uncles. I do believe that families help build and mold our foundation. And not all the time we see eye to eye, but it's important that we keep a connection. Even if you don't talk to them every day, it's still important to stay connected with family because they are our loves first. They are the people we know first. You got a couple of kissing cousins, and then you got
what is that? A
kissing cousins.
I ain't never heard that.
You grow up out of curiosity and y'all learn how to kiss together.
Oh, okay. I got you.
AKA, you hunch them. I'm just kidding.
I got you. No, you got kissing cousins.
Kissing cousins. I don't have a cousin that I kissed though. I almost kissed one of my cousins, but
It's
I did.
all
We
good.
did. We did.
You ain't know.
Everybody
You ain't
else
know.
busted in on us, but we could kiss though.
I got you. It's all good. No judgment passed
No
over here.
judge, but I still
judgment
love
passed.
them all though. Family is important.
I guess before we keep the interview going, I didn't talk to you about this when we got started. We were talking about food. How was the food? We're here at Iron Horse in, I guess, downtown Jackson. I'll obviously have the proper location. But what were your thoughts on the food? We talked a little bit about that.
Iron Horse is good, especially that fried broccoli. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that fried broccoli.
The wings was good to me, and the drink. And I love Iron Horse on Sundays. They do the brunch with the mimosas, and I do like the waffle and everything. The omelet's good.
But you didn't like the what was it? The rolls, the egg rolls. You didn't like them too much. Huh? I wasn't a big fan of. I'm gonna let you talk.
I'm listening to
Okay.
you. I
wasn't a huge fan. The queso was pretty good, but like she said, the wings were real good. The shrimp was okay. What do you think about the shrimp?
It was bland, man. It was bland, man.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I have like certain dishes here that I like.
Yeah.
But for everything was good. But yeah, some stuff was a little on the bland side.
And they have a really, I don't know if you're into steak like that. Like they got a real good steak. Like they do like these steak medallions.
Yeah.
Man, they super fire. But I guess keeping
I
on
have to try that.
Yeah, you should. You should when you come up here on Sunday. I mean, you ordered off the menu like you've been here 100 times.
I get the same thing. I'm a creature of habit.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. I guess that's that zodiac stuff you was
That
introducing me
Sagittarius,
to.
where my Sagittarius queens at? You know.
I don't know about none of that, man. But I stand on the subject of food. What's some of your favorite food spots in Jackson?
My favorite food spots, I would say Johnny T's is like my #1 favorite food spot.
That's downtown too, right?
It's downtown.
Okay.
It never lets me down. You go to Johnny T's, you're gonna eat good, you chill, you don't have to worry about any fights, you don't have to worry about certain type of crowds coming in because everything is controlled at Johnny T's. You can have a really good time. And I just love the atmosphere, and the food is superb, it's quality. I love Johnny T's, that would be my favorite.
Okay.
And char, I love char too.
Give me some.
Char's
I'm a
good
char
one.
fan.
It never lets me down.
They consistent.
Yeah,
They
and I mean, a lot of people in Jackson are on the boil water alert. A lot of business had to close down, but you best believe Char running like ain't nothing happened. They got everything in order together. Like
yeah, I got you.
water didn't slow them down a bit. So.
Yeah. Now I'm a fan of char, like you said. Now something you said about Johnny T's that was cool. You said you think you could bring any age there, 25 to 45.
25 to 85. Everybody's still gonna ball, have a good time as if Johnny T's the spot. I gotta give it to him. I really like that.
So Johnny T's and char, your top two. You like Iron Horse a lot on Sundays for the bottomless mimosas.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, let's keep the conversation on Jackson, right? We're already here, so we may as well stay here. Going away from food, however, I know this is gonna be a broad question. We'll drill down a little deeper, but your overall take when we were sitting at the table, you said Jackson is the place to be. At least you feel that way.
I feel that way.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
I love Jackson. Jackson makes kings and queens. I don't know. We just breed them that way. But whatever reason, when people come out of Mississippi, they tend not to shout us out. Like they don't want to associate themselves with Mississippi, and I don't know why. I've traveled all over the country, even overseas to Caribbeans and stuff like that. There's no place like Mississippi. Jackson for sure. Like, we show people love, we have a good time, no drama. Our men respect women typically, you know. There's no people like Southerners, especially people from Mississippi. I love it. Mississippi is not a place, depending on what you do career-wise, it may not be the place or certain opportunities here. You may have to move off, and that's okay, because I get it. You know, if you're into technology, I think Dallas may be the place to be, or certain places, Texas and stuff like that, and that's okay. I do think people should go out to learn and to get a gauge of something different. But here's always home. I'm okay because I can afford to travel. But Mississippi is no place, it's no place I'd rather be.
Yeah.
The food is good, cost of living is cheap. It's nothing to just hop on a plane and jet.
It's
you
on
know.
the rise though. That cost
It's
of
on the
living,
rise. Y'all better.
People starting to like
And
it.
then we got Deion Sanders here with Jackson State. Y'all better stop playing with us.
So you a Jackson State fan?
I love Jackson State because I know the struggle of Jackson State. And I love all the HBCUs here anyway. I will say that. But I love Jackson State because lately Jackson State has been the underdogs. And I feel like we need a piece of hope to bring us through, because growing up, Jackson State was all I knew. It was Jackson State was the bomb.
Yeah.
The J, from the J sets to the Sonic Boom, it was the place to be. And
got
it
dressed
did.
up on Saturday.
And it hurt. Yeah, it hurt me to see that it was no longer. But Jackson State coming up, we ready for y'all. The swag, we coming through. I just want to say that.
You gonna have the girls iced out on
the
Sunday.
girls
with
gonna
that?
be out.
Yeah,
we
I
gonna
feel
be
it.
out.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to Jackson a little bit. I'm not trying to keep drilling on it, but so
I got all day for Jackson.
Oh, well, let's talk then. So,
Okay.
All right. So some of the good, we talked about some of the good in Jackson, and I agree with you, right? Like I think I told you, pretty sure I live in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's not something I broadcast. I'm not the guy that's telling everybody I live out there. But what are some of your frustrations, though? Or do you not have any? Are you that sold
Some
on
of my frustrations with Jackson?
With Jackson, yeah.
My frustrations with Jackson / Mississippi, the community is we don't have a lot of recreational things to do with the youth or to do for the youth. The water system, it's a lot of people still without water, and the winter storm was about 3 weeks ago, and they're still without water. That's not right. And I don't think it's the mayor's fault or anything like that. I think it's pretty much the governor's problem. You can't fix things that you don't have money for. But I'm not into politics, so I'm gonna bag all the way up out of it. But I do think we need to have more recreational things to do for the youth, because it's a lot of trouble and crime's been going on, and it's simply because they don't have anything to do.
Fair.
When you don't have anything to do, you're bored and you get into some trouble. That's just what life is. That's how it works.
And I was happy to see, to your point, I was really happy to see. So I do this thing, people call me old for. I read the newspaper every week. I get the Sunday newspaper and I read through it. So when I came to Jackson, I got the Clarion Ledger. I was really happy to see that they dedicated a park to Lil Lonnie, right? Because,
They did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they definitely did.
That's good.
Now, I don't want to say the area because I'm not versed enough to say that, but I saw that they had like a councilman out there. They did the whole cutting and everything like that for that park. And that was good because, to your point, like, we need more stuff for the youth to do to keep them off of the streets and stuff like that, because there are some people who have a harder upbringing in Jackson, as anywhere else. But I guess that's a perfect segue, talking about upbringing, right? We talked a little bit about your family dynamic. We talked a little bit about you. You mind if we talk a little bit about your upbringing a little bit more in depth?
Sure.
So,
I grew up a little dark-skinned, funny-looking girl.
Nah.
So it's just funny. But for real though. But I grew up where people doubt you a lot. I don't know why, but I think it comes out of misery, where people have not done things for themselves, and they tend to put it on to the children. Not that they're trying to, they just don't know any better. They're afraid to try. Anything that you do different is a problem for them. Anything that's outside of the comfort zone is a problem. And that was a problem for me. I remember being in the 6th grade, not shooting nobody down, but that's when cell phones were coming out and all the kids started getting cell phones. And I wanted to get a cell phone too. So I went to my mom, her credit wasn't good. She said, well, try it, it didn't work. And I went to my uncle, his credit wasn't good. And then I went to my sister's, her credit wasn't good. It's like I had to go through like 6 family members just to get a cell phone. I was like, this ain't it. This ain't the business. This ain't the bim right here. So it always inspired me to just want to do more and see a lot of youth just going down wrong paths, because we all are not perfect. And teenagers, kids will be kids at the end of the day. But for the most part, they merely just want to be great. And they have to have a great foundation and great surroundings and role models to make that happen. And I just want to be a role model.
Because to your point, kids can be really harsh.
Yeah.
Too, you know, like let's say I don't know how long it took you to get that cell phone, but you may have felt the effects of that. People may, you know, you not having a phone.
And my life is what it is today because of a cell phone. Because I could not get that phone, I went through a million people in my family to get a phone that I could not get. That is why I strive so hard today. Because not blaming anybody, not trying to put anybody down, but that's tough, you know. Without credit and good financial backgrounds and education and being aware of financial awareness, it's hard on especially young black kids. We didn't grow up like that. So it's important for me and my peers to learn and to teach.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, right? You talk about how you were able to make it through the year of 2020 because you were saving and all of that stuff. Where did you learn this financial literacy? Because
I just told you that cell phone.
All because of that cell phone.
And I told you I've been saving, but it has always been in me though. As a kid, I always saved. I remember when I probably was about 9 years old, I got my first big bill. It was $10. That was like the biggest bill I had got at that time. And I told my grandma, I said, take me to Walmart because I'm gonna buy me a wallet. She said, the wallet $9, like you ain't gonna have no money. I said, no, I'm buying this wallet because I know it's more money coming. And next time I'm gonna have something to put it in. So I spent all my money just to buy a wallet because I knew that the money was gonna come. And I have always been rich. It's just the money ain't quite there yet. You know what I'm saying? So I still have my wallet ready for to make that money and to save it, to bring it in, do good things with it.
Finance, like you talk about though, finances is something that we don't talk about in the black community.
No.
Let alone like, you know, our more impoverished black people, but like it's so hush hush.
It's so hush hush. I built my house when I was 24 and I had a lot of questions. Nobody was willing to answer them because I guess for whatever reason, people don't like to, especially us, don't like to put people in your business. I'm like, what do you think? What did you have to do to get your house? Or how much would, if I apply for this much, how much would that be? Nobody said anything. So I took my black behind straight to the mortgage lender and I basically went to the horse's mouth. I got my information from the mortgage lender. They told me what all I needed to do, and I waited my 2 years for my tax returns, and I did the necessary steps that it was for me to take, and I did it. So people ask me all the time about getting a home and educating them on that, and I have no problem with it because it was not done for me. Yeah.
What would you tell the people who feel like they can't do something because of their circumstances, because of how they grew up, because of their background and their lack of knowledge around certain topics? What would you tell those people?
You can, because I'm sure Barack Obama didn't know he was gonna be president. Yeah. You know, and you can. Yeah. Excuse me for this.
No, knock yourself out. We chilling. Knock yourself out.
You can do it. You just have to put your mind to it. And it sounds so cliche, but it's real. Whatever God has for you is for you. As long as you stay focused, that's all that matters. Don't worry about what other people are doing around you because they are not you. They cannot live your story. So therefore, you get the glory for just seeing your situation through. Because when we leave, we all are gonna leave a legacy behind. And what legacy do you want? At least if you never even get to where you're trying to go, at least you're always trying. And that's really, it's not where you're going, it's the journey that you're taking to get there. And we all are still in our journeys, and just at least try. That's all you can. You owe it to yourself to try. You go to work for other people all the time. At least you can try for yourself.
And what do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy to be that I was here. I want people to know that I always was positive. I stayed with a good attitude, and I pretty much always would lend a helping hand if it was a time that I could. I just want to be just a good person. I'm not a perfect person, but I want to be a good person, and I want to help. If you can't do no good to somebody, just don't cause them no harm. And I don't want to be the person that causes harm. I just only want to do good. That's what I want my legacy to be, that I was here. I want you guys to remember me. So remember this face, because it will be around. I'm the next Black Oprah of Mississippi.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I feel that. Well, so speaking of that, who influences you? Who are some of your influences?
I would say Michelle Obama.
Okay.
I'm about to say I'm so lame, but Michelle Obama, Beyonce, Julia Roberts when she was in Pretty Woman.
No, not Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman. Okay.
But my mom.
Okay.
And there's a lot of women over here in Mississippi that I really want to shout out real quick. And I want to shout out Sonya B, Latrice Rogers, Melanie Sanders, my friend Zandra Ware. I have another friend named Emiko Williams. She has moved to Dallas. Shouts out to Emiko. Jernice at Glamour U. I could go on and so on and so forth. Oh, Kamisha Mumford, she's a judge here. Have a lot of friends that Dee Stanley, she has a real estate company. Melissa Reese, real estate company. I don't want to leave anybody out.
It's all good.
I just have so many people. So shout out to you ladies.
It's a powerful
keep
circle.
doing what you're doing. And I love, and those are some of the people I look up to. And those are some of my peers. Wow. And I love them for that, like Black Girl Magic.
I was just gonna say that. That's a whole lot of Black
Girl
Magic.
So much melanin. I'm talking about melanin. You need a little scoop of ice cream to go with it.
Yeah, beautiful melanin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, man. So I guess the last thing I want to ask you is a little personal, a little dark, but do you think your mom is looking at you and you think she's like, man, my baby is making me proud?
I think she is. You know, my mom was so opposite from me. She was very mild-mannered, soft-spoken. She was fun though, but she was soft-spoken, mild-mannered, 4 feet tall, 4 feet short. But she always was very cool and chill, and so opposite. She used to tell me all the time that I was too much for her, I was too grown. But I could tell at the same time through all of that, she was proud of me too. So I do think she's like looking down and smiling. And my grandmother. Now that was my girl, the big personality. So yeah.
Your grandmother was. Mm-hmm. That's good. Well, I think listening to you talk today and from the research I've done on you, I would say, of course, they're probably proud. So
thank you.
Yeah, well,
thank you so much.
Wow. Well, any last words of advice, or words of encouragement, right? We've been talking a lot about, again, I hate to be the corny ass guy, but it's Women's History Month, right?
It is.
And we're gonna make this Black Women's History Day today, right? So any words of encouragement for Black women or words of advice for anybody in general?
I would say stay grounded by people who you know have your best interests at heart. Stay focused. Don't party too much. You have plenty of time to party. Like I've learned that the most successful people are off in their little cocoon somewhere, like planning a takeover. So I've been trying to do that lately, kind of stay off and to myself and manifest and let things happen. But I still have my friends though, but I can't fraternize all the time. But I'll say stay grounded, stay positive, and don't be afraid to express yourself, because what may be different to others, people fear what they don't understand. So what's different to others could be what works for you, you know. So that's it.
Well, thank you. And thank you for giving us this interview. Thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with us. Got a little small token of appreciation from the crew here at
right.
Dirty Napkins. We got you a shirt.
Thank
We want you to take that as our token of appreciation to
and
you.
I will wear this, like, I'll wear this shirt. Like,
All right, well, we would appreciate that.
Thank
We'd appreciate
you.
that. You got a lot of people looking at you, so it would be good for us. But no, I just want to tell you on behalf of the entire crew here, from the producer to the executive producer to all of our cameramen, we really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us. For the people who may not know who you are, obviously, I've done my research on you because I'm about to talk to you about a lot of different things. But for the people who may not know who you are, tell us who you are and where your shop is located and things like that.
hi, I am Hilary Christon, aka Hilary Clinton of Exclusive Beauty Bar, Exclusive Inches on Instagram. You can find us at 49560 Canton Road in Jackson, Mississippi.
I got you. And where can the people that want to find you personally?
Find me on Facebook at Hilary Christon. Find me on Instagram at Exclusive Inches, your licensed cosmetologist, where I will give you a sleigh and we can just chill and kick it and have a good time. So find me there.
All right, so
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. I hope you enjoyed our conversation with Hilary Christon here at the historic Iron Horse Grill in downtown Jackson, Mississippi. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Dirty Napkins. Until next time, it's your host, Taylor.
Bye.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Justin, and today we're here at Buff City Soap in Highland Village in Jackson, Mississippi. They're a plant-based, homemade soap makery, and today I'm gonna be making my own bar of soap. I can't wait. Y'all come on in. First time making soap, never done this before. The store smells amazing, so I'm super excited to see what this is gonna smell like. So we're getting our oil ready right now.